I am free, right where I am, a piece of the puzzle, a part of the plan. I am free, I cleaned up my debt. I take time to accept all the beauty around me. I won't walk like a slave today, chained to my regret. My past and my future fade. I forgive, I won't forget that I am free in the truth of each moment, by the love heaven sent in my heart. I believe that I am free, with bird song in the morning, bright light from the sun, the moon. I feel the wind, the sand, the sea. I won't talk like a slave today, suffering to survive. My past and my future fade. I find myself alive, but I am free, right where I am, a piece of the puzzle, a part of the plan. I am free, I follow my breath, mindful with each step along this curious journey. I won't walk like a slave today, chained to my regret. My past and my future fade. I forgive, I won't forget that I am free. I am free. I am free.
Good morning. Oh, and thank you, Frank Henninger. That was a beautiful Rav bass drum solo from, about 2.5 years ago when we were meeting in person, and we will be again. I am Maxine Kaye, and I am so grateful and honored to be the spiritual leader of this beloved center. And so wherever you may be on your spiritual path, wherever you may be in the world, because of this wonderful ability to live stream, we're able to connect with people everywhere. And it's a wonderful thing. For the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living is a place that is sometimes referred to as a transformation station. We are celebrating the 4th of July weekend this weekend. How good it is to be with you as we celebrate something that is a foundation not only of our country, but of our teaching of the science of mind. Freedom. Freedom is what we are all about. Freedom of thought, freedom of belief, freedom to act from the greatest and the highest place within us, because we are all connected to the one source. God in us is free to manifest itself in so many beautiful and unique ways. Now, our science of mind is a beautiful philosophy. It's a wonderful study. It's a marvelous practice. It's something that we learn and we study in our classes, in our Sunday celebrations, in our other activities. We learn it and we practice it and we share it with each other. We use it to lift one another. We use it to lift others, other people we may never even meet, because our affirmative prayer, which we call spiritual mind treatment, is a marvelous resource to bring heaven to earth. That's what we're doing. That's what we're right in the middle of. And we invite you to come along and join with us today to celebrate our deep freedom to be the magnificent expressions of the divine we were created to be. As a matter of fact, our vision for Centers for Spiritual Living is awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Whew, what a wonderful concept, what a wonderful vision, what a wonderful practice. And we do provide spiritual tools for all kinds of human experiences and challenges. And wow, we have them, don't we? Thank God for the process of spiritual mind treatment, for the practice of the science of mind, for our awareness that we are individualized manifestations of that one life, and we're here together in consciousness, no matter where we happen to be in the world. Thank you for being with us today. You're just so welcome. We love you dearly. We also are aware that we're here very much on purpose to make a difference in our entire world. And what would that be? It's simply that we are co-creators, that we are here co-creating a world that works for all. And we do that by maintaining our vision high, by going deeply within to the center of all good, where God abides in fullness, and all the answers to every question and the solution to every problem exists. We share that with each other. We also have a very powerful purpose statement, and I would invite you to join me in saying it if you would care to. Ready? Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And now our opening song is by Harold Payne, and it is appropriately entitled, We Are Free.
We are traveling on a sacred journey. We are gathering, and the tides they are turning. We are bridges where walls used to be. We are rivers that keep winding our way to the sea. We are free, We are righteous, we are worthy, we are free. We are boundless, we are joyous, we are free. Our souls have been longing, a new day is dawning, we are free. All humanity is yearning for freedom, and it's meant to be more than just words to believe in. We are reaching with outstretched hands, we are seeking to be all that we possibly can. We are free, we are righteous, we are worthy, we are free. We are boundless, we are joyous, we are free. Our souls have been longing, a new day is dawning, we are free. We are bridges where walls used to be. We are rivers that keep winding our way to the sea. We are free, we are righteous, we are worthy, we are free. We are boundless, we are joyous, we are free. Our souls have been longing, a new day is dawning, we are free. We are free, we are righteous, we are worthy, we are free. We are boundless, we are joyous, we are free. Our souls have been longing, a new day is dawning, we are free. We are righteous, we are worthy, we are free. We are boundless, we are joyous, we are free. Our souls have been longing, a new day is dawning, we are free.
This is true. We are free. That was beautifully done. Thank you. Well, may I speak to the kids, please? Would you come around just for a few minutes? Today is the 4th of July. Do you know what the 4th of July is in England? It's the 4th of July. They don't have an Independence Day because it was from England, of course, that America became free, because it had been ruled by the monarch. Well, we don't have a monarch anymore. And the Declaration of Independence was signed on July 4th, which is tomorrow, but in 1776. Well, we are still a young nation. We still have a lot to learn. And it's just like kids don't always make the best decision. Did you know that? Did you ever find that you didn't make the best decision? Well, our country is the same way. We're still growing, of course. You know, like a kid might go to the candy store and blow his or her allowance all in one visit. That's not a good decision. We don't always make the best choices, and people, adults, certainly don't always make the best choices. But we're still learning. We're learning. Kids are learning. Adults are learning. Our whole society is learning how to use the freedom that we have. We're celebrating freedom this weekend, right? We are learning how to use it wisely, how to use it lovingly. You and I just continue to grow up. So the best choice, I believe, is to listen to the voice of God's wisdom within your own heart. It's always there. Listen to it, follow it, and make sure that you live from the inside out instead of being influenced wrongly, perhaps, by a voice outside of you. Very famous author Alice Walker says, No person is your friend who demands your silence or denies your right to grow. You are growing. We are growing. As a nation, we're growing. As an entire human race, we are growing. We're all doing that together. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful summer Sunday, and have a good time today. Right, I think it's time for a meditation. By the way, I'm dressed like this today, and I'll tell you why. It's because 2 weeks from now is our picnic, which you're going to be hearing more about after a while. But I decided it's 4th of July. These are the red, white, and blue colors, and I'm getting ready to have a beautiful picnic with you 2 weeks from today. Let's meditate on that, shall we? Let's come into the silence. With a little help from our beloved Frank Henninger on the Native American flute. Breathing deeply that precious life of spirit, we come alive to the awareness that there is one, only one. It is the presence of love and freedom and wisdom. The love that brings the freedom which we follow wisely. It is an innate and inalienable right. We are free in the heart of the divine. So let's come there now. Come into our hearts and realize that this is where the presence of God forever abides, right within our own very hearts. We're coming home as we enter with love and faith and allow ourselves to experience the divine embrace. And here we rest, and we know that here everything is all right. We are loved, we are guided, we are awakening to that divine presence, that complete freedom to be the beloved that we were created to be. And so we give thanks that something beautiful is stirring within us. It is freedom. Freedom to be our authentic self. And freedom to perceive the divinity within all other sentient beings. To celebrate and uplift each one in their unity and diversity, so that we are celebrating the wholeness, celebrating the individualization of spirit, manifesting in, through, and as each one. And so as we view ourselves, our loved ones, our communities, and the world itself through the soft eyes of divine love and the clarity of infinite wisdom, we recognize that each of us, serene and powerful, is an instrument through which the divine seeks greater expression and awakens that divine manifestation within everyone in the world. There is a magnificent manifestation of the divine in and through us all. And it is manifesting freely as we experience more and more of that celebratory life. We grow in faith, love, and wisdom. Let's go into our hearts more deeply now for a moment. feel the silence, which is golden and silver and radiant, and simply be in the place of love and wisdom and freedom. Deepens, our confidence grows. Our world becomes a place where the divine light of freedom shines so brightly that all sentient beings truly, truly are free. And all is well.
I have made a decision about my life. It may be a strange surprise to some. I have always thought I wanted what so many want, but it's to a different conclusion that I've come. I see water rushing through an ancient riverbed. I see snowfall floating high up on the hill. I see an eagle soaring to the red horizon, and I know that's how I am meant to live. Oh, I need to be free. I will go where the wind will carry me. To be free, oh, to be free. You won't see me playing any kind of lottery. You won't catch me wishing on a falling star. You will find me wherever I am called to be, wherever kindness and beauty are. For I think of all mankind as my family. This entire precious planet is my home. So let others build their borders, walls, and boundaries. I will fly above them all, even if I must go alone. Oh, I need to be free. I will go where the wind will carry me. To be free, oh, to be free. When I hear a child singing, when I see a dolphin swimming, when I watch a dancer moving like the wind, it's a calling, it's a vision, it's a voice, and I must listen. So today, this very day, I'm stepping in. Oh, I need to be free. I will go to be free. Oh, to be free.
Oh, I love that. And we love Daniel too. Thank you so much. Now we will have an opening treatment and some very wonderful remarks from our practitioner, Bo Smith.
Good morning. My name is Bo Smith, and I'm a religious science practitioner with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. It is my honor to provide the opening treatment for this morning's service. But before I do so, I'd like to offer a quote from the Science of Mind textbook by Ernest Holmes. It's from the very beginning on page 25. It says, "The divine plan is one of freedom. Bondage is not God-ordained. Freedom is the birthright of every living soul. All instinctively feel this. The truth points to freedom under law. Thus, the inherent nature of humankind is forever seeking to express itself in terms of freedom. We do well to listen to this inner voice, for it tells us of a life wonderful in its scope, of a love beyond our fondest dreams, of a freedom which the soul craves." And as we take into our mind and our heart these wise words by Dr. Ernest Holmes, let's move into an opening treatment. I will state this treatment in the first person, and I invite you to take it on for yourself if you would like. So just breathing deeply and relaxing into this moment. I know the truth of life. It is one of freedom. It is light and life and love. This one life flows through me clearly. It flows through each and every one that comes into my consciousness as well. This freedom, this independence of spirit manifests itself as individualizations of God. That is who I am, and that is what I know each of us to be. In deep gratitude, I realize and I state the independence of my ability to think, my ability to choose and to decide what types of experience I would like to have. As the world inundates me with all of its input, I choose how I respond. And it is in that freedom to choose, it is in the independence of that ability to choose that lies at the heart of who I am. That is the true freedom of who we are. As I take this into my mind and into my heart, I see many opportunities of wise counsel being provided. I listen to today's talk by Dr. Maxine. I take in the music and the message of today's service. I take that into my heart, and I choose my experience going forward. In deep gratitude for this opportunity to choose wisdom, to choose freedom, to choose to be whole and healthy in this moment, I am perfect, whole, and complete. For the divine spirit of life that flows through each of us flows through me now. And in deep gratitude for this wisdom, for this truth, I release my word into the law of mind, knowing that it knows what to do and how to do it. I open myself up to the path that lays before me, choosing wisely, choosing lovingly, and releasing all doubt. I release this word into the law. I allow myself to be my own perfect demonstration moving forward. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Bo. Wonderful quote and beautiful treatment. Will you now join with me in saying today's affirmation? I choose to live from the center of spirit within me, celebrating my freedom and that of all beings. Well, we have a brand new month today. Actually, started a couple of days ago, but this is the first Sunday in July. We have a new theme, and the monthly theme for July is Born Free. Images of Elsa, right? The lion raised by people and then set free. Beautiful story. Wonderful song, actually, too. And today's talk is growing in freedom. Because we have it. It's God's gift. It's a quality of the divine. We were created out of that divine life. And so the quality of freedom is ours already. It is in us, expressing as us and through us. And we're growing into our awareness of it, of course. Viktor Frankl, hero of mine, many of yours as well, said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." Powerful, powerful statement. Because you know that Viktor Frankl had lost everything, that the Nazis had taken his family and killed them. They took him to the concentration camps and took everything from him. His wedding ring, the thesis he had been preparing. He's a psychiatrist, and he was preparing to publish a book. They took everything, or so it seemed. And he became aware that the one thing they could not take from him was the freedom of his mind. And he maintained that. That's what saved him through these terrible years in the encampments. The one thing we all have that we can grow into more completely when we become aware of it is our freedom. And he's right that that space in between the event and our reaction or response to it is where our freedom lies. It is in this moment, this dynamic divine moment, our opportunity to stop and not react, no matter how things may be looking in our personal lives or in our world, no matter what losses we may have experienced, no matter what fearsome activities are taking place around us, we can stop and we can breathe and we can remember that we have a divine heritage of absolute freedom that is never tied into any relative events. Thank you, Ernest Holmes. What a powerful awareness that we are divinely imbued and endowed with perfect, authentic freedom, the freedom of our minds. Now, with Viktor Frankl, he went on to survive the camps. He went on to form a new type of psychotherapy called logotherapy, which means meaning, bringing meaning and purpose to our lives. He recognized that the meaning and the purpose that we establish in our lives is what our true freedom is. This is powerful. This is beautiful. And this is something that's true of all of us, because it's never anything outside of ourselves that determines our freedom. I understand that looking at the news, this may be arguable, but it's still true. Nothing outside of ourselves ultimately can determine our freedom. Human freedoms have been torn away from people for centuries. And somehow, something within us that is so real and so powerful. That divine life that declares itself by means of us always rises to the top like cream, always comes through like the grass in the crack of the sidewalk. We will not be subdued. Not when we recognize that it is consciousness that manifests in our world and that we have the freedom to change our consciousness. When we change our consciousness, we allow and enable and empower others to change their consciousness as well. That's where our freedom lies, of course. So the insane desire to control and to exert power over others is nothing new. This has gone on for centuries, and it cannot limit or subdue or deter us. When we ultimately rise up in consciousness, we cannot afford to react with fear or any sense of defeat at all, because that's adding to our problems by becoming fearful and becoming despondent. Whereas the shift in the consciousness that we must take is one of aligning ourselves so completely and so powerfully with that divine presence, the love and the wisdom and the freedom within us, that none of those things can move me. Remember? None of those things move me. We cannot be moved by anything that has no reality. And the things that happen in our external world, as fearsome and as powerful as they may appear, have no power of their own. You see, there's one power. It's God's power. It is everywhere present. It cannot be denied. It is the only power that there is, and it's a power for good. We have a creative, intelligent power that's given to us to use. As Reverend Mike was suggesting last week, that we use it intelligently. And we recognize that it has been misused many, many times. There's not a power for evil and a power for good. There's one power. It's God's power. It's given to us to use. We are able to direct our consciousness this direction or that direction. And that is what makes all the difference. As Robert Frost said, there were two roads that diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference. We need to stop traveling the road that so many people are traveling. Ain't it awful? Oh my God, this will never stop. What can I do? It's hopeless. That is not the road that we choose to travel. We choose to travel the one less traveled by, that now we recognize other people are joining us in, and it will become the road more traveled by. Let's be the way showers. Let's make our own voices heard, yes. Let's elect the people who are wise and compassionate, who stand for freedom and nothing less than that. And yet, we must pause when unwelcome news appears and withdraw ourselves emotionally long enough not to move into reaction, but to make clear, wise, wonderful decisions for our freedom and for everybody's freedom. Let's happily take responsibility for our independence of thought and of choice. It's not an odious task. It's a joyful task to experience our ability to respond to whatever may be taking place. And when we respond to our independence, then we're able to open to our interdependence of successful living, because, dear ones, we need each other. There are things that people do in this world that I wouldn't have a clue how to approach. I don't know how to tar a road, and I'm probably not even interested in learning, especially since we have so many wonderful people who know how to do that. I am not a surgeon. I do metal surgery sometimes, but not physical. I'm not that kind of a doctor. I'm so grateful that there are people in the world who have dedicated their lives to helping people become physically well. I'm so grateful that there are teachers teaching our children. I'm so grateful that there are, as Reverend Mike likes to say, we're grateful for the trash men. How could we possibly live our lives without those sanitation engineers taking care of our lives in such a wonderful way that we are free to live without all of that in our backyards? I am so grateful that there are many, many people in this world that make my life work well, that make our lives work well. I like this interdependence. We all have a team, you know? We all have people in our world with whom we work, and we choose to work in a loving and a wise and a grateful way. Let's give thanks for all the people in our lives, close up and personal. Let's never take them for granted. And let's give thanks for all the people in the world we may never meet who are making our lives better. The farmers who grow the food, those who harvest it, those who take it to the stores, those who package it nicely, those who make sure that it is pure, good, organic, whatever it is that we choose to embody and to utilize to keep our physical bodies healthy and happy. I'm grateful for all those people. I am independent of others' thought or beliefs that do not serve me, while I am completely interdependent on all the fabulous people in my life and in our world who make our world work well. You see, we're free to become authors of our own experience. We write our own book of life. We write the movie and the play that is our life that we're living at this time in this place with the wonderful people that we're with. We're the author of our experience. Doesn't that feel wonderful? And see, we are constantly growing in our awareness of our freedom. Every time we author a positive, creative, wise, wonderful, compassionate idea, we are contributing to our own freedom. We are contributing to the freedom of others in our world, the ones that we love and know well, and the ones that we may never meet at all. So we deepen our faith and we expand our consciousness. That's how we continue to grow. And as Reverend Mike spoke about last week, this is a gradual process. We're continuing taking steps, sometimes baby steps. Remember, baby steps are a big deal to the baby, right? So whether we take little steps, larger steps, or whether we're dancing along our path, we certainly are growing gradually into a greater awareness of our freedom. We love celebrating the freedom of every sentient being. Our forefathers engaged in the American Revolution, and they wanted self-government rather than being unfairly taxed, dictated to. And fortunately, we have a pretty good relationship with Britain now. We're very happy about that. They never were our enemies. We certainly had a difference of opinion about self-governance, self-rule. We are happy to be friends and allies with this country. We arrived on earth, you see, because of life's longing to express itself individually in love and creativity and wisdom and intelligence and joy and freedom. Life's longing for itself brought you and me into being. And that's, without exception, every sentient being. Life's longing for itself, to express itself, to celebrate itself joyously and freely. So let's celebrate the beloved moving through us. Think about how God itself is moving through us, thinking through us, feeling through us, loving through us, choosing by means of us, celebrating life, its own life, by means of you and me. That is a wonderful awareness. The presence, the beloved presence, is forever manifesting itself in, through, and as each one of us. When we take the time to quiet our minds and to open our hearts, we begin to experience that great joy of God alive in us. As Meister Eckhart said, just let God be God in you. Isn't that a wonderful awareness? Just let God be God in you. There's nothing more freeing than that awareness itself. Because as the beloved is expressing through us, then each of our moment-to-moment experiences become more radiant, more joyous, more loving, certainly wiser, and with a greater sense of freedom. As you and I grow in freedom, great thing is that we are awakening others to their innate freedom as well. We are a force for good in this universe, beginning with our own circle, our families, our friends, our extended families. This beloved center itself is an extended family of ours. And as each of us is shining up our consciousness, becoming more and more aware of what is possible, no matter what else may be going out there temporarily, and it is, because conditions come and go while the eternal remains the same, no matter what else is going on out there. As you and I embrace and utilize and celebrate our freedom, then others in the world, including those beloveds in Ukraine, are celebrating their freedom as well. It is a process. We are all growing in the consciousness of freedom. Consciousness manifests, and dominant thought prevails. What is our dominant thought today? Is it fear or is it faith? Is it love or is it hate? We must stand in our truth. We have the freedom to do that. We have the freedom to celebrate a new expression of life moving through each of us and through all of humanity itself, because humanity is God's expression in its own divinity made known as each of us beloved human beings. It's only one. Oh, one, all one. And it's all beautiful. And we're moving in the direction of our dreams. And our dreams are about truly bringing heaven to earth. I can't imagine any more freedom than that. We're awakening each other. But let's awaken gently if we can. Shh, shh, shh. Good morning, good morning. But if that doesn't work, bring out the 2x4. Hello, we are all the beloveds in whom God is well pleased. Hello, we have a power for good that's greater than we are, and we are using it. And hello, this power for good that is greater than we are is using us as we open our hearts and clarify our minds and stand in the flow of God's freedom. We must do our part, and what a joy it is to do our part, to awaken humanity not only to its spiritual magnificence, but to its eternal and authentic freedom to let God be God in us. Yes. Will you say with me, I return often to that place of true freedom within me. My life is God's opportunity to express itself in joy. I awaken to a great and growing freedom within me now. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. And now is the time of our offertory. You all know how I love the time of our offertory, because it reminds me that this is a prosperous universe, that each one of us was created to receive the bounty of the divine. And so as we give to the closest source of our spiritual food, and for me, this community is that, we have so many ways to give. And some of those ways are on your screen right now. And my old-fashioned way to give is still taking my gift to my heart and preparing to celebrate it as all of you are celebrating your joy in freedom and generosity as well. So will you join me in speaking our affirmation for prosperity? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
For the past 4 years, Guadalupe checked in to the Phoenix office of immigration. Both of her kids are US born, but everything changed the day they took her away. In the home of the brave, in the land of the free, we are immigrants and pilgrims and refugees from every nation, one family. When you come for Guadalupe, you come for me. For the past 2 years, Kamal made his rounds. Interfaith Medical Center, New York City. He went to Sudan to visit his mom, but everything changed. He couldn't come back, he was stranded in the home of the brave, in the land of the free. We are immigrants and pilgrims and refugees
from every nation, one family. When you come for command, you come for me. Give me your tide, your poor huddled masses. This is America, built by dreamers, yearning to breathe free. If I had to leave my country, what would I do? If the way I dressed was a trigger for you, if I'm not welcome here, where would I go? Could I sail away on an unknown ocean of hope? In the home of the brave, in the land of the free, we are immigrants and pilgrims and refugees from every nation, one family. When you come for Guadalupe, when you come for command, when you come for my neighbor, you come for me.
Good morning and welcome to the GPCSL Morning News. My name is Jeffrey Maxine and I serve as the Secretary of your Board of Trustees and the Executive Producer of Studio 1A, currently on location, but I'm just so happy that you are all here. And yes, we are live streaming from the Inspiration Cafe in Paoli, Pennsylvania, and we are thrilled that you are tuning in with us today, wherever you are in the world. I would like to just thank Dr. Maxine on a wonderful talk. I just feel my freedom growing and growing, ever expanding. So thank you. I have very exciting news to share. As you know, our next in-person Sunday celebration will be on Sunday, July 17th at the Wilson Farm Park Picnic Pavilion in Wayne, Pennsylvania, Chesterbrook. It will begin at 10:30 a.m. and be followed by a community picnic. The live celebration, in-person celebration, will include live musicians and will be under a covered pavilion so that we will be there, rain or shine. Follow that. There will be some great food, also great music, and some fun and games. So please make sure you can come out for the Sunday celebration and the community picnic to follow. We'd love to see you and your family there. You can RSVP by going to the Evite link on our events calendar for Sunday, July 17th. And as always, I'd like to remind you that Reverend Mike's Science of Mind textbook group continues each Saturday at 9:45 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you'd like to jump in, just go to our events calendar and click on the Saturday you'd like to join and register using the link. Reverend Mike will send you an email with instructions to join. And if you are watching us and enjoy our Sunday celebrations and love notes on Facebook and YouTube, please be sure to like, to subscribe, and to share with others. When you subscribe, you will receive notices when our Sunday celebrations and our daily love notes are uploaded. Again, we will continue to live stream our Sunday celebrations every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Just visit our website, www.cslphilly.org, and click on the orange Watch Live button to see all of our virtual love notes and past Sunday celebrations. And that's it for today's announcements. I would like to wish everyone a happy and healthy 4th of July weekend. And as always I say, don't forget to treat and move your feet.
Oh, Jeff, it is always such a delight to hear your announcements. Thank you so much. Wonderful. And thanks again for talking about the picnic, because that happens soon and we're excited about it 2 weeks from now. So guess what today is? It is the first Sunday of the month, which means it's birthday Sunday. So that includes Reverend Mike and it includes me, because we're birthday babies in July. So if you are having a birthday in July, would you stand up, because we're going to sing to you now. Hit it, Maestro.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear birthday. Happy birthday to you. That's it? Okay. Wonderful. And there will...
Oh, that was fun. Now, let's have a closing song today. And that closing song is going to be an amazing one. It is America the Beautiful, and it's presented by the U.S. Navy Band and Sea Chanters. go forth celebrating our innate freedom and uplifting every sentient being to experience the joy of their freedom as well. And so it is.